Hey everybody, welcome to Setta's Place. It is Saturday morning, early, early for me. But I wanted to show you the temperature square for February, and then I'm continue on to start March. So, here is the color choices that I picked so far for the temperatures. So, let me show you what February is looking like. Now, this is not one of my favorites because that variegated green that I replaced, because I ran out, and I replaced it with this variegated green. This isn't really the shade I really wanted, but that's what I picked up. But now it looks more like a camouflage worked up. So it's not my favorite, but it's okay. So here is February. See, do I have it upside down? Or I guess it really isn't that upside down to it. But so this is how it's looking. I kind of like it like that with the orange at the top. Very, very unique. So what I'm doing for February, or what I did for February, is I took whatever the temperature was, the actual number, and I did, if it was 23 degrees, I did 23 stitches. If it was 7 degrees, I did 7 stitches. If it was 1 degree, I did 1 stitch. And and then the color, of course, this determined what color it would be. So this is how it looked, February 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and it's the highs and the lows. Yeah. I did the high for that day, then the low for that day, then the high for the day, and the low for the day. It just kept going around until February is complete. Now on the 28th, it stopped. Let me see, where is it? Right here. But I had to go all the way around to close up the square, so I did that in gray. Gray is my neutral gray is my neutral color that I'll put to finish up things when it needs to finish to the end of the row. So I did the gray all the way to the end. Okay, so now you're probably saying, well, what is these little puffs here? This kind of random puffs. What I decided to do was, when I get a negative number, of course, if it's -3, at first I was just going to do 3 stitches in that color that I chose for that range. But I said, I wanted to be able to look at it and say, okay, these are days that were -0 to negative temperatures. And if it is a 0 one day, of course I'll have to add at least 1 stitch to represent it. So that's how I did that one. But like you can see, this right here, this was a negative temperature, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So -12 that day, Fahrenheit. Then this one was -4, because there's 4 little popcorns. I did a 3 double crochet popcorn. And then there's another one. This must have been a -2 that day. So it's easy just to pick out the negative temperatures. And like this one right here is not a negative, so it must have been 2 degrees, because there's 2 stitches. So those are, the low temperatures are really easy to pick out when it's really low. Here, this must have been a 3, because there's 3 stitches. And but anyway, so that is kind of what came out. What I decided to do for March is I'm going to continue doing this. Counting the stitches, using the same color palette, even though I'm not that fond of this variegated, because it looks like it's camouflage. I'm still going to continue this for another month, because it came out small. This is a whole month compared to January's. I knew it would be smaller. I didn't know how much smaller. But I'm going to go ahead and continue with March, doing the same thing. Exactly what I'm doing here. So it should be, an all right size. So I'll have February and March in this form. I've already got an idea what I'm going to do for the summer months, or spring and summer. Anyway, I'm formulating it. But anywho, so that is that. So I wanted to show you this before I started on the March colors, and I'm gonna work on that today. Today is Saturday the 4th, and depending on when I get this done, I might go ahead and work up those 4 days, and then it'll be in this video. If it's not in this video, I didn't get it done today. And I'll just come back another time and show you, what I added on. All right, so if this is the end of the video, I'll talk to you later, and have a blessed day.